Hey everybody, Duke here. You're all in luck. This is my first ever YouTube video, and so you get to watch me basically stumble over myself and probably stutter. Anyways, what I'm doing is I'm coming to you with this challenge that I just joined up on. It's through Phorm. It's called the Phorm Tranphormation Fall Sprint. My transformation starts today. I don't know, I'm just reading off all this stuff. It's actually a pretty good deal. Basically, what you're doing is you're continuously, you're working out, you're eating right, you just holding yourself accountable and helping other people out. There's obviously the financial incentive to do this, but that's not why I'm doing it, and I don't think that's why a lot of people are doing this, mainly because there's just so many people who enter in this challenge. So, but hey, it's good to hope, I'm definitely not going to be the winner of the Powerball or the Mega Millions, so if you can't win that, try this. Anyways, what they have asked us to do is a video, I guess, kind of more or less saying why you're doing this, why you're going to do this challenge. For me, it's for several different reasons. I've been working out for quite some time. I really started working out hard when I was in the Army, and then now I'm in law enforcement. And so it's always been a big part of my life, but my dieting has always been really bad. Here in Texas, so I eat a lot of chicken fried steak, a lot of cheeseburgers, a lot of just pretty much anything that really just tastes good but isn't good for you. I enjoy healthy food. I like vegetables and all that. It's just not something that I'm ever really went out of my way to go buy. I kind of want to go back a few years. I had gotten out of the Army back in 2013 and had joined Texas DPS. At that time, when I came into DPS, I was in really good shape. I weighed about 190 at that time when I left the Army. Feeling pretty good. In my opinion, I was looking pretty good. Probably wasn't, but anyways. I went to DPS and I went to the academy. I came out and I was much skinnier than I really wanted to be. I put back on the pounds to get back up to 190-ish, and so I was really happy with that. Still working out, staying active. At that time, I had a toddler, a little girl, and a little baby boy that had just gotten born right before I graduated in December from the academy. So I had a lot going on, a lot of stress from going through all this training and then field training as a state trooper. But still really continued on with my workouts. Well, my wife all of a sudden had really started getting, I guess you can say, getting ill, always feeling really bad. We couldn't figure out what was going on with her. There's times that, her body just straight plummeted down. We couldn't figure out why. Doctor visit after doctor visit. A lot of disappointment there. Really couldn't figure out what was going on. No doctor could tell us what was happening. They couldn't give her a diagnosis. We kept going to all these different neurologists. Really, we'd leave more pissed off than anything and very disappointed. My wife, bless her heart, was, just almost in tears every time we were leaving a doctor's office because they just could not give us an answer. Finally, by the grace of God, we got a referral to a doctor and a neurologist over in Houston area. And, she almost just took one look at her and said, "You have myasthenia gravis." Myasthenia gravis, you can Google it. I'm not going to go into all the details. It's very complicated because there's just each case is not identical to the other. So but my wife, she's been fighting this thing just to keep her head above the water. So at that time, I had done another transformation challenge before, whenever this had all started going down, and I was actually doing pretty good. I was losing some body fat. I was looking a lot leaner. My eating was a lot better. I was primarily, chicken, steak, and venison. So things were going pretty good. Well, things with my wife started, it was actually getting worse and really scary. We just didn't know. The stress was just unreal. We really weren't sure just how much time we even had. So I was very fortunate that my department had allowed me to transfer to our home area, and so we can have help with the kids. I can continue my career, and we have help with the kids for my wife. When I'm not here, somebody's going to be here to help with the kids. So that was great. But we moved in with her family, and just very stressful for me in particular. Not having a house, not, doing this and that. The medical bills were way high. So, and the reason I'm getting into all this is because the thing stress does to your body is just not good, especially if you let it overtake you, if you can't deal with your stress properly. Obviously, I was not meal prepping. Living with my in-laws, it's not feasible to meal prep when everybody else has got to eat too. So it doesn't make sense. It just wasn't going to work. So, grace of God, about 6 months ago, 5-6 months ago, we bought a house. First house we ever bought. My wife and I, us and the kids, we got in this huge house. Finally starting able to eat a little bit healthier again. Things been looking up a lot more for us, especially financially. So once I kind of fast forwarding here. So now here I am, still working out, still getting fatter though. My weight, I just weighed in the other day at 220. Folks, I've never seen 220 on the scale before for me. That just, for me, that's just not going to work. I know that's not going to work. It's probably not looking good in uniform. And, man, my kids look at me and they look at to them, it's their hero. I'm that guy that's out there busting heads, taking down bad guys. That's what they see. When I look in the mirror, I see something else, and I don't like it. So, if you don't like something, you got to change. If you don't, then what's the point? So, I got on with Phorm, and they're putting on this challenge. I thought, man, that's great. Being in law enforcement, I've noticed that fitness has definitely made its way into the law enforcement community. It's definitely getting a lot better, but we definitely have a lot of areas we still got to improve. My hopes is that I can take my body and do something great with it, and in hopes that maybe just a few other guys will look at that and say, okay, if he can do that, I can do that. And that's the truth. If I can do it, I don't see who can't do it unless just medically not going to work. Unless you have some crazy other medical condition that just will not allow you to lose the weight, put on some muscle. Other than that, I definitely don't want to hear your excuse. We're all busy. We all, many of us, we got kids, we got careers. You gotta prioritize your life and make some room for yourself, and you gotta improve. So hopefully by me doing this, by me putting myself out there, I did my before picture last night. It's rough, but hey, all the other people would say the same thing. We all dread it, but we're doing it, and we can only get better from it. So hopefully here in the near future, maybe I'll be doing some other videos, kind of keeping up with the meals, the workouts, and just day-to-day life. The one thing that's really going to be a big test for me is my schedule. Here in the next 3 weeks, I'm not even going to be home. I'm going to be out and living in hotels, going to training events. You just got to keep holding yourself accountable, and that's what I plan on doing. And for you guys, I hope you, hey, help me out. Let me know if you have any questions, though. If you want to get in on this, you'll have to get yourself one of these neat little cards. So, for those of you who are already taking the challenge or are about to accept it, good luck to you guys. Wish you all the best, and wish for great results.